Welcome to the video, guys. Today, we are going to check out the video of a guy called Whiskey and Wisdoms. He is talking about why dating in 2025 is hopeless because he keeps getting ghosted after dating someone for a couple of months. Ghosting is cutting all contact. Women usually do this when they are not interested anymore and don't see any future prospects. Let's see where his problems come from.
I got 16 minutes, so I'm gonna ramble and rant about how stupid dating has become in 2025.
The full video is on his channel. Let's take a look at the crucial points that caught my eye.
You know, I drive a truck and I'm kind of not really antisocial, but I don't like to go out a whole lot. And I live in Salt Lake City. I moved out there. I don't know anybody in Salt Lake. I just moved there for the mountains and I'm happy with it.
Okay, so he has no real social life, friends, or social presence. These factors are very important to women. If you have a low social status, it is going to be hard to keep a girl around long term.
I know I'm a generally handsome guy, and I get a lot of matches if I'm actually going on there and swiping. Even though I'm a little selective, I still get a lot of matches.
I agree. He has a solid base to work with. He can increase this with better choices in clothing and getting in shape and building some muscle mass, which he is currently lacking. This will increase his dating marketplace value and in turn give him more options and make it less likely he gets ghosted.
Just based on, I don't know if it looks or if I've had a good profile. I don't know. But after that, I'm a little more selective because I'm not going to go on dates all the time. I'm not just out there looking for numbers. I want a partner, you know? And due to that, I don't go on a lot of dates. So if I pick somebody to go on a date with, it's because they're actually interested.
This is counterproductive. Finding someone with the same goals and values is a numbers game. When you have the option, always date multiple women. The women that are not serious or interested will fall off automatically during this process. Okay, now let's listen to what he says about the women he dated.
There's one girl. And eventually she just decided that, you know, she wanted more kids. I knew I didn't want more kids, so it wasn't going to work out. That's it. We split up. Nothing wrong there, right? Kind of annoying the way she did it. We didn't have a talk about it. She just disappeared, and then a few days later, I was like, what happened? And then she told me that was what she had decided on. I was like, well, okay, you could have just said something.
You can often avoid this by asking women where they see themselves in the future. Now, it is possible she withheld this information, which makes this a prime example of why you should be dating more than one option.
Coffee date, and right after Thanksgiving, she was here in Utah to visit her family who lived in Utah, but she lived in Seattle. And I'm like, well, this isn't going to work out, but I'll give it a shot. I've never done a long distance thing.
If your first reaction is, this is not going to work, you feel that way for a reason. Always be logical when dating. Don't ignore your gut feeling and screen correctly. This will save you a lot of time and frustration.
Split. This time, date this girl. Met in the summer. And she was, right off the bat, she's like, I have an avoidant attachment style. That is a red flag. It's always a red flag. And I didn't ignore it. I just kept it in the back of my mind. So, we dated for 3 months.
Here, he correctly identifies a huge red flag, which he unfortunately then proceeds to ignore for 3 months, even though he claims otherwise. Never ignore red flags. They will tell you how the situation is going to end up in the near future.
And come to find out, she had fallen for me. Oh, my throat's really dry. She had fallen for me. I'm still getting over that little bit of flu I had. And it scared her, and the reasoning behind her ghosting me was that it freaked her out and she wasn't used to a healthy relationship, which I insisted on, and I wouldn't move too fast. I wouldn't move in with her really soon. And she wasn't used to that because she was used to dating addicts and narcissists and abusive people, and she thought if she rushed the relationship that it would make it all better.
Always ask your dates about their previous relationships. Ask how long they lasted. With what kind of people did you get involved with, etc. Because this will get you a lot of info about how they will behave when they are with you in the future.
Up till today, I am pretty sure I'm about to get ghosted again. by somebody I've talked to for about a month now. Now this one doesn't really bother me because, again, this one told me she had an avoidant attachment style up front on the first date, and I'm like, oh God. All right, here we go. I'll give it a chance.
Noticing a pattern here. If you have undesirable outcomes, always look at your own actions first, and after that, the other people. If you want a steady relationship, avoid people with attachment issues. You can't fix them.
Okay, still going. Nothing you can do to avoid this craziness that is dating in 2025. You will do everything right. And it seems like you'll just get ghosted, or you'll get stuck with somebody who will turn out to be just an absolute psychopath.
While you won't be able to avoid some crazy that might happen on the first date, whatever happens after that is on you. If you decide to keep seeing a person after you confirm what they want is so far apart from what you want, you need to reflect properly and take accountability.
Because I don't want to spend a lot of money, because it seems like they just go nowhere. They always go nowhere. I don't know the solution other than to keep hoping. I don't know. There's no hope. I've lost hope.
Have realistic expectations about a date actually being a match. Most dates will not be what you are looking for, and vice versa, and that is okay. Once again, numbers game. As for spending a lot of money, you should really just only go on coffee dates or a drink as a first date. That won't cost you a lot of time or money, and will give you plenty of time to identify possible problems or red flags. So, in my opinion, Whiskey can improve his dating life by leveling himself up a bit. Go on more dates by discarding an outdated strategy and make better choices in the women he decides to spend time with by reflecting on what works and what doesn't. Hope you learned something as well. If you enjoyed this analysis, give me a like and subscribe. See you on the next one.